You found the Moly Hole outpost, an old Pichu tribe hole in the wall. There they are. Now, catch them. You fixed those flame flies fast. Small things for your big ideas. Hey, nice shot.
Oyakta no sakaha namaye flashing to da utubu. Get in there and ruin that filter. It really is a different world underground. Put an end to it. Nailed it. That's a good find. Close encounter. Wow, wow, wow. Chop it up. A fistful of death. Got it. Nothing but greasy goo in their pipes now. Looks like the outpost found out about the bad water the hard way. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker,
but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. He says you did a great job capturing the outpost. Says... Take the environment in and enjoy it while it lasts. Made from the right stuff. There's news of a Ronin joining the tribe. That must be you. The Underfoot outpost, right where the Pichu tribe dug it up. There's the tyrant who runs this outpost. He didn't expect his tribe to lose, as they're the ones that are ruthless. But now that you're working with their rival, he can see why. Ruthless, as in they take no prisoners. He wants you to believe him when he says they have no intention to become captives either. It's their last line of defense. Once their guardian falls, they'll surrender. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. He says you did a great job capturing the outpost. You're one step... It's never perfectly safe anywhere. That there is a fuel foundry where toxanol processed go juice. Youch! So much damage. Spangle their chests. Don't see that in the shops. It's a bit less black out there. Tapped hard. Find a key that fits. This is a radioactive zone. It's not healthy to go too far in without protection. The story will go on as long as there is someone there to listen. That's a nasty motor mess there. Maybe too gross for anyone else to plunder it. Uppercut.
half his health. A gutway is a disgusting place, and Toxanol only made it worse. Batter 'em down. Who could stand against that? Seems the nozzles need to be regulated to set the pipe workings in motion. Days wasting. Get to work while you can. Upsy-daisy. It's the Benearth outpost. Here's the first line of defense. Careful of that puke, you imaginer. From that. to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. Keep going. Heads up for that oil boiler. Stay away till you take that thing out. It's safe to get near. Here's the second line of defense. Just jump on that candle and get it lit. Ride that sprocket. Almost there. The outpost belongs to your tribe now. He says you made them weaker, but they won't give up. Your Sifu thanks you. Your tribe is growing stronger. Thinks you did a great job capturing... It's hard to move through all the plants. Could be a monster napping here at any time of day. Well placed. A bric-a-brac that's still standing. Now, that's a find. This is Burble Bottom, residence of Guild. Let's see. A smartphone would be... Bang, bang. Stinker! Made it count. That this area still looks like this is kind of marvelous. Individual attention. Get out of here. Finish 'em. Ionized.
Lapanan aging kanman. What?
They've been waiting.
Kara mopti. Lapanan aging kalo takan.
At least there's no parade around for it to rain on. Let's see. Wants your help to detonate the bang ball and an inextinct...
separation from quality. It's time to set the rival tribe. The megamuck in that cage looks like it could cause... Just get out of the megamuck's way. It's more than a little scary down here. Microwave. Dead already. The wire claw looks like it's strong enough to pull down a gate, but you just need to aim straight, shoot and pull, and the gate will come down. The Pishu tribe supports natural evolution on the dogma that only the strong survive. They want to help evolution on its way by conquering the tribes, as they're all too weak in their convictions. Anybody home? He didn't expect it would go down this way. It'll be hard to talk your way out of a fight. He believes a fight won't settle who is right, just who's left. The rival you are... He'll leave it up to you. Side by side they'll stand. They've achieved a great thing for the tribe and the land by winning the war. The other tribes will see your side of things with time.
Basne hatakant. Gela wara towa para mis lapu.
You know better than anyone that the fate of the world is still at stake. You need...
Polo para tim.
Our conscience is that little voice inside that lets you know right from wrong. Don't go against it if you want to enjoy... It's the Pichu Nanchuk. The underworld is like a whole new frontier. The last World Eater has been left undisturbed with the tree while you focused on the war. He thought someone with your light perspective and key would have had different priorities and faced the World Eaters before resolving the tribe war. Regardless, Out of Date is grateful the tribe war is over. Out of Date understands the road has been rough, but you already know what's left to end this journey, and it'll be tough. You're the only one that's strong enough to face the last World Eater. The future depends on someone with a light perspective to give the world a chance to survive. Only time will tell what the future holds, and if it will bring a lasting peace for those that make it to the end. Out of Date says the word about what you've done so far is spreading. The tribes haven't lost hope yet. He appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's had urgent news from his friend Wiz in the northwest. He's unsure about your intentions, but hopes you'll support Wiz. He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Wiz and making sure he gets what he needs. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date's hunch is real. The Merc Puff is up next. Out of Date says that Wiz is worried now that the Northwest World Eater is stepping up its activity. He explains that Wiz is working on an undersurf vessel in order to get to the World Eater.
Tuloya, oto lola, nuekek ujbarno. Tuloya, oto lola.
He's happy to help.
Potawata.
Says you're welcome back. Let's see. There are eyes everywhere. The Surge Surf Factory. Keep your eye out for Wiz while you're here. Wuz isn't easy on the tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Says it's good to see you again. He's Wiz. You might remember him from the old days when he let you try his Wiz remembers you were such a cheery kid, and he's glad to see that light hasn't faded from you, despite the years. But Wiz understands it was a long time ago, and memories get murkier the deeper you go, but says it helps to have friends with you to plumb those depths. They've been here for you since you were a kidling, but when you left, you also chose to distance yourself from everyone that cared for you. Wiz says our memory keeps things for us, preserves them until we are ready to face them again. He knows you've returned to face Lupa Lupin, and that confrontation is as inevitable as the tides. He's not surprised that the loss of your family could plunge you into the depths forever, but you've always been able to rise like a bubble to the surface, no matter what. He feels you've deserved revenge because of how you were wronged. You've suffered enough to make him pay.
Kick them in the dark. That's the way.
Yes, yes! Turn toward the light!
What? But the light burns! The dark just doesn't!
Consider yourself burned, Dark.
Ouch! Stop it.
Asks if you ever think about freedom and whether any of us really has it. Did you make the decision? Glad to hear that. He only wishes he was that sure about himself. Amazed the world is going to continue on, but happy to hear it. Still so many things to invent.
Kalay Arontun.
Impressed that you fought so hard to keep the world spinning.
Ano pa bang niradyo mo?
Thinks you were smart to join with the Myriad. They have a rainbow of ways to approach any problem.
Kalay Arontun.
Says they're unified in the ways that matter.
Mo.
But that's not nearly as important as this.
Nan pa ka na nibipalakan basyo.
Wiz says that you should let the past dwell in the depths. But there's something else down there too, gnawing at the Tree of Life. He's named it the Merc Puff.
Mono yan pala narakal iran vanal.
This is why he's tinker-tonkering with the octopod. But the lid got stuck, so he needs a big enough tug twister to open it up and let you a-go in.
Mono yan nan Nick.
He can't...
Di mo.
This is an epic already. How it ends is up to you. Never know what's hiding out in the dark. An old home. Could be something to it. That's the hut. Wonder if there's anything still inside. Two sticks and a chain. Goodbye. Got her. Whoosh whoosh. There they are. Now, catch them. You fixed those flame flies fast. Grit. Don't want to point a finger, but the Mecha Stadium is near here. Energy augmented. Better hold on. That's shut and good. Definitely not open. You need to loosen the bolts without unsettling it. That's it. The tug twister's loose. Let's hope it turned the grabbing hand into a helping hand, too. There they are. Now, catch them. Sound seems to travel farther at night. A pause place. Probably cleaned out, but you never know. end is coming to the world, and everything else. Let's see.
Una rupucho e macho urban.
He believed the tug twister would do the trick, but now realizes brute force won't do the trick.
Oto e maram altli currado. Non andi tum tampati nera pod.
He's stressed.
Mek niram estamat carado.
Wiz heard he's currently stranded at the end of the line, so it should be easier to track him down now compared to when he's running rails. Take this seriously, or it'll take you down. Well, looky there. A broke-down home. Might still be worth poking around. That's Punchy's place up in that little blimp. No better upgrade bench around. You've reached the end of the line. Bet you can find Choo Choo here. Let's see. Choo Choo knew you would make it to him one day. All you had to do was follow the steel path. The rails might be... Claims rails are like rules. If you follow them the way you're supposed to, everything good in life... Says you followed the rails to where you need to be, but tracks have switches in them too. The question is then, will you keep on the same track, or look for a way to hit that switch? You seem like you're on the right track already. He just hopes you don't get sidetracked onto a darker path. Whichever way you go, he wants to know if you've ever regretted taking one. Thinks everyone has. No one's perfect every time. Seems like the world came out of its rut and is chugging toward higher ground. Can't thank you enough for hitting the brakes and working to turn the... But let's not get derailed.
Muy canto pase bata chuchuchu con pata. Oto.
Says he's surprised to see anyone this far out. But sometimes the wrong train does take you to the right station.
Cremata sepa.
As you can see, he didn't plan to make a stop here, but now that he had to,
Asata conto pa.
he's been off track since.
Chuchu. Asata conto pa. Pa.
Figures that's true, but they can get you close enough to most things for
Asata conto pa. Oto. Kambasa pete pata. Asata conto pa.
This time, though, he was sidetracked and needs a new wing.
Kambasa pete pata. Chuchuchu. Pampatsuda.
Wing nuts are easy to find, as they're...
Paramaro.
Says he knew you would, like he knows the way the rails run.
Cremata.
Choo-Choo says he hopes this stopover is over.
Kambasa pete pata.
Says... The Wingnut Chug Tunnel. It goes on forever. They better run. Super effective. Gets dangerous when it gets dark. Well, more dangerous. There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest and recovery. biohazard. Makes your skin crawl. Made it count. Amazing to see so much happening today. Choo-Choo says he knew you'd come through. If someone makes a stop at your station, it's for a good reason. But he understands no one gets their tracks greased for free. He'd be happy to part with his spare grease sprinkler, as he believes it's a great fit for any of your business. He keeps it safe in a box on the handcart, in case of It's on the cart. He wants to keep it close by. In general, you won't have much time to act in case of an emergency. Choo-Choo says you should help yourself to the grease sprinkler. It's a versatile tool from the bygone, a last of its kind, so don't let it go to waste. He's convinced you'll put it to good use, as there are lots of stuckies out there. Seems glad you think so. You're on the right. Choo-Choo says he can't wait to get out of this place. Says the Myriad tribe is known for their spiritual light. So, says you covered the important things already. Choo-Choo says he can't wait to get out of this place. Wishes you goodbye. Choo-Choo says he can't wait to get out. Says talk. You Choo-Choo says he's convinced there was a bigger. He believes you've got what it takes. Figures Choo-Choo's through. Needs. Says wonders.
So, what we have here is an opportunity to help your needs.
Why? You don't need anyone.
If you want to go.
But you know you can't.
Says you should. Heroes make for the best stories. It's up to you if you want to be one. Wiz says that there's no plan to confront the Merkpuff until the octopod is properly armed. He knows you'll need something that packs enough boom to put a dent in that shell, or better yet, head. Pyro sticks will do the trick. He says his old friend Boom makes all things that go bang. There's a rumor that some of Boom's pyro sticks shot off and are out there roaming free. You should keep an eye on the horizon for He's a peculiar little fellow that's been fiddling with Splodies since he was a kidling. It runs in his blood. Their family recipes pack a punch. That's a bang plant, where Toxanol used to make all sorts of splody things before it blew up in their faces. Don't trust your eyes so much. They play tricks in the dark. There they are. Now, catch them. Double fun. That looks like an unbanged pyro stick on the loose. Better catch it before it goes off. Better hold on to that. Ah, some wood scrap. Always happy to find that. Just what you were looking for.
Abang kata alkan ratu.
The pyrosticks will cause a bang, but targeting is on. You should aim for the head. That's the Merkpuff's weak spot. Thinking doesn't seem to be his strong point.
Para sumsumpav.
Wiz has been working on another cannon, but instead of pyrosticks, it squirts.
Malo ang Japan talaga.
Seems the best way to find Guppos is go talk to Gil. He has a natural sonar and knows where the Guppos sub the surf.
Dampati nero
This means you'll have to go visit Gil at Burblebottom.
mai. Kanbas chu.
He used to run a pet shop stocked with Guppos, but since they've become more difficult.
Yes, sir.
Happy to finally get to meet you. He's seen a lot. Claims to have been born swimming, but he must flap. It must have been upstream only to get. Take a moment to absorb the day. A smart foe would leave now. Whack 'em, crack 'em. Right on. This is Guppy Grotto, so eager to die. It's easy to lose track of time down here. There's still time before the dawn. Listen, you never know what you might hear. That seems to be enough guppos to provide the octopod with infinite ammunition.
Non bakalan ni pala, bato kiponan.
He's surprised the Merc-Puff's been able to hold its breath all this time. It's just another proof of the evolutionary change caused by Toxanol's contamination.
Oto e maram altlipurado.
Being undersurf has meant the Merc-Puff has been left alone to munch on the root down there undisturbed.
Ne antumpo ni karapo ambacha bomba.
This means the northwest route has suffered more damage than the others.
Iko vante vaka, pala narakal iran vanal.
He's sure there's enough time to confront the Merc-Puff, but he worries if the world has enough years left to last his lifetime, even if you stop the World Eaters. That was the last of them. You've sealed the fate of the tribe and the tree. It's time for the end game.
Karamotti.
You have your destiny. Follow it all the way back to Out of Date. He never told anyone about what's next.
Karatna falo putut gine afirman katano shubudo.
Just continue to stay true to yourself and respect others whatever happens.
Galet not.
It's time to return to the tree one last time.
Avarilanto vita peni.
Wiz knows it's...
Menya vea.
The night's your chance to be sneaky.
Yeah, move furbo. Boom ko balo putulwa.
The day of reckoning is coming, and you are invited. He can feel you're approaching the end date.
Iboda kelmok.
If you haven't decided whom of all like-minded, light-hearted beings you've met have earned a seat on the Ark yet, it's time to do that now.
Tuloya. Oto lola. Loma toaha.
Then grasp your last chance to make sure Lupa Lupin's stopped for good. The tree settled its score, but
Loto lo bayo. Ya. Sawata mua.
he says you need to see Lupa Lupin eye to eye one last time.
Kaboba farhi.
He's happy to help.
Ya molo vado.
Says you'll see each other later. Even here, the night still ends.
Bro, Galawadai.
The Sifu is seeking revenge too. He hasn't forgotten what Lupa Lupin did, but he also wants to stop him from attacking his tribe.
La panen aginkan man.
That the world seems to survive doesn't mean he must.
Palam wen benge. The guy la wood there.
He hopes you agree, even if it goes against your light-hearted nature.
La panen aginkan man.
There's no room for predators in the world the Myriad tribe is building.
Plats.
But he knows this is your fight. You should handle it. Lupa Lupin's own fear was his shackles, not the roots of the tree. It just changed him. You have a chance to stand back and let the tribe handle it. The Sifu is ready to step into the fray. Are the odds about to change in your favor? If a friend dies, something inside you dies. You can save the Sifu by making yourself a target. You're up. Shockwaves spread when the world crumbles. This is not a prophecy, me telling you about the future. It's you shaping it. Here's a vulgar display of power. The more he does, the stronger he becomes. It's time you remember who the real enemy is and stop playing the game his way. So, this is how it ends. the predator and the world itself suffering. But at least it's a sign they're both still alive.
So, what we have here is a clear matter of life and death, and only you can make a difference.
That was unexpected, but welcomed. The big bad predator left for dead. I wouldn't have wanted to miss this for the world.
I think the thing we're really missing here is someone with a heart and soul. The only thing we've got left are those who've lost their minds.
Heart and soul, life and death are one thread. The same line viewed from different sides. It's just that my side is so much better.
Well, anyone in their right mind can see you're lost. But you're right about the thread. Unfortunately, it's been very dark and has run throughout, taken friends, parents, and now yet another life.
We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us. There's no peace without forgiveness. It's no better time than now to accept a helping hand. Do you wonder what turn life might have taken if you'd done things different? A left when you went right? A yes when you said no? You've walked the thin line between survival and disaster and haven't lost your balance yet. It's because of you the Tree of Life and the world has been given a second chance. You carried the light in a world full of dark and made a difference in a place that needed change. You allied with the Myriad tribe and acted on understanding of the greater good and a code of honor. However, light and dark does simply represent the polarities of life. One can't exist without the other. This isn't the end. Just being surrounded by nature as it heals itself will rejuvenate us. Nature will teach us how to survive. So, trust your conscience to show you the way, and everything else will follow. As foretold, you were destined to split the chains of this world. But you're not alone. You filled the Ark, and those that shared your perspective and gained your trust will accompany you on your journey. Is there a world out there that's better suited for the one already in perfect balance than this one? Whether or not, we'll leave your story on record, so those who come after will know you achieved perfect balance in nature and saved the world. So, when all is said and done, it turned out to be an unusual ending after all. What could be better than ending the story the right way? Ending it your way, a beginning of something new.